in the grand scheme of things, it means nothing in the standings. But I wanted this game, bro. This had me vexed. And out of all the games so far, we've almost made it through the entire season. Yeah, there have been games that I've wanted. Opening night against Boston. The rematch against the Thunder. Even the first one against the Thunder. The rematch against the Cavs. Like, all of those. But this one was personal. And what made it sting even more was that just like the last game against these guys, it was right there for the taking, man. It was right there for the taking. This one even more so. Because Golden State didn't have it in the first half. The chef was going through the motions. You didn't feel Jimmy's impact in this one. It was all there for the taking, man. They tied this thing up in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go on the Mikal Bridges mid-range shot. And after that, 6 straight empty possessions, mistake after mistake after mistake, and brick after brick. Couldn't find it, man. 97-94, bro. Your thoughts?
Well, it was a great Saturday night game, right? It was the NBA got what they wanted.
Yeah.
Got an entertaining game, considering, sometimes the NBA in these primetime games, when you have a star like Jalen Brunson out, the NBA on a Saturday night sometimes gets a little nervous that are we going to get a blowout, and was this primetime matchup a waste? And so the Knicks responded to that. The Knicks made this a game. The Knicks almost stole this game in Golden State on national TV prime time. So give kudos to the team for fighting, right? Giving effort. And, last game of the road trip, going out with, a strong showing, at least, battling. But with all that said, very, very disappointing result. They had the game right there. There's a lot of reasons why I think this game went the way it did. But the storyline of tonight was Karl Anthony Towns versus Draymond Green. How would he respond to all the noise on national media, to the comments from Draymond Green, and understanding that with Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler on the floor, you knew Karl Anthony Towns was going to be tested tonight by either Jimmy Butler or Draymond Green. And so I like the response by Towns, but disappointing loss from the New York Knicks.
Yeah, it was disappointing, man. I was vexed, bro. It was right there. And, as you mentioned, with those two guys being the headline of this one, and Towns kind of staying away from the get-backs in terms of the war words, but from the opening tip, you saw it, bro. I never seen an opening tip-off so intensely played in my entire life, bro.
Bro, the technique that Draymond used on the tip-off, I was like, wait, why you going, like, you really trying to, like, Draymond Green tried to prove a point from that moment.
Bro, I had never seen an opening tip-off so tightly contested, ever. So from that point on, I was locked in. I'm on the couch. I put my war paint on. I said, okay, let's go. Town set the tone. Pump fake, straight to the bucket, dunk the ball. I said, all right, the big bodega knows what time it is. What got me tight, man, was I saw that third foul coming. I saw it coming. When they started getting into the hand fighting, when Draymond forced the turnover, and then, he goes to the camera, he's soft, so on and so forth. I said, okay, he's starting with the mind games. That's where Towns loses. He can't win that. And then I started seeing the hand fighting. And I'm sitting there, me and wifey watching the game. I said, he's got to watch the hand fighting because he's going to pick up number 3. Boom. The possession right after that picks up number 3. And so he's out for the first half. I mean, nevertheless, look, they finished the first half down by 1. Like, it wasn't the end of the world. But in this game where I felt like Golden State really didn't have it, like the chef didn't have it, he's battling the back injury. He's older. He's 37. Jimmy's kind of coasting. Like, I felt like the way the bodega was trying to set this tone, the Knicks could have had the lead in the first half if he would have gotten it, if he would have been able to stay out there and stay in a rhythm.
And, yo, I see one comment in the chat said that Cat was, like, soft tonight. It's the only one. But I'm like, wait, what?
Nah, I didn't see that.
What? Bro, if anything, his team didn't come through for him. What are we talking about?
Nah, I'm not. That's not.
If anything, Cat showed me something tonight.
Yeah.
If anything, I want every other wing. CP, you know how we talk about the wing situation with Cat, how wings sometimes take him out of the game? How about every other wing, please say the same thing that Draymond Green said to Cat. Please go at Cat the same way.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like that actually got Cat locked in. And you know how else I know? Cat gave him the business because after the game, when Draymond Green was talking to Lisa Salters, Draymond Green was all talking about.
Oh, he was complimentary, man.
He was complimentary.
He was talking like he played for the Knicks. I was like, yo, relax.
Wait. Hold on, Draymond. Are you being the politician now? Are you giving props? The same Draymond that called him soft? You know what that happens, right? They say that when you know you got cooked. Mm-hmm. When you know you lost the one-on-one matchup. Now, listen, of course, Draymond said we got the dub. That's cool. You got the dub. But Draymond in that post-game interview told you, listen, Cat got a few wide-open jump shots, and if he would have hit those, it would have been a different story. He knew. Cat responded every which way. And, of course, just because you see a tweet and a video that shows Draymond calling him soft, so what? Draymond was doing that to try to get into his head. Yeah. He tried to play the mind games, and he tried to do it early, as you mentioned, right from the tip-off. Draymond had a game plan tonight. If there's no Jalen Brunson, if I can take Cat out of this game, then that'll be the difference. And guess what, TP? That third foul could have been the difference because those additional, 4, 5, 6 minutes that he was out, that could have been the game.
That's right.
So maybe that right there was the swing for Golden State. However, other than that spurt right there where he caught the cheap third foul, which, Draymond baited the ref. If we look at the technique he used, he went under his arm and then he just flapped his arms, acting like Cat didn't do anything. But other than that, man, Cat showed me something tonight, CP, because he responded. He was talking trash back to Draymond.
Yeah.
And he stepped up to Draymond. And at the end of the day, you saw tonight his just tantalizing talent. Why Cat is such a polarizing player. He showed you tonight why he is that. He showed you tonight why there's so many debates on the way that he should be utilized because you talk about the three-point shot, the drive. He even posted up Draymond, hit the right-handed floater over him. He got offensive rebounds, tip back. Like, he showed you the full arsenal, and he did that without Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
So, to me, Karl Anthony Towns responded to the moment tonight. And guess what? He also dropped 40-plus on Jimmy Butler last time when the national media trying to act like he was scared to play Jimmy. But Richard Jefferson, they mentioned tonight that he dropped 40 on Jimmy's head last time he was in Miami.
Hey, this was a nightmare game for my man Josh Hart. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. 39 minutes, 0 for 7 from the field. Goose egg, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and got his ass chewed out by his coach. Let's go to the videotape, man, because here we have it in the middle of a dogfight, in the middle of crunch time. Tom Thibodeau and Josh Hart. And Josh Hart getting a series of F-bombs from Tibbs. I mean, I think was Tibbs speaking for the fan base because I was pretty frustrated with Josh Hart's output tonight. But what was going on there and what's going on with Josh Hart, man? That was interesting, JD. What'd you think when you saw this, man? This was in the middle of the fourth quarter. I liked it. Let's go. Josh, you got to step up. Step up your defense. Shoot the damn ball. Yeah, I'm playing it. Yeah, it's on loop. We've been seeing it like 5 times already. We going, man. F-bombs, man. Do your job. I need a mind read. I need a lip reader. Somebody send this to John Boy. We got to break this down.
CP, this is interesting though because, like, forget Josh Hart's reaction to the coach. Look at the coach.
Woo!
He was like, I mean, look at the way he's looking eye to eye at Josh Hart.
Yeah,
and he was responding. If you look at everything that Josh Hart was saying, he was going right back at Josh Hart. So it was obvious whatever Josh Hart was saying to him, Tom Thibodeau was not in agreement at all. At all. Whatever Josh Hart was countering with, Tom Thibodeau did not want to hear it. And I wonder if this is heat of the moment thing. Obviously, they have that relationship. So probably, Tibbs feels, you see in the podcast how he's always calling Jalen Brunson while they're recording. So he has that relationship with these guys. So I don't think it's more than actual competition and coaching. But actually, sometimes when you have that relationship with someone, you're able to actually tell them how you really feel. Like, bro, you're trash right now.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention to defense.
Bumming it up.
You're not, you're bumming it up. You're not doing what you need to do. You're not doing your job. So that was probably the perfect player that he could express his feelings on. I just wonder from Tibbs' standpoint, is this Tibbs feeling in the game that this was a very winnable game? Is this Tibbs? Because think about it, CP. Tibbs has been catching a lot of heat these last couple of days because of the Mikal thing. Is this a buildup from the head coach?
I'm sure.
Where everybody's coming at him, and he's like, all right, now it's on you. You guys got to be accountable because you're not doing what you like.
Yeah.
This feels like a buildup from the head coach where he's feeling a little bit of the pressure, the expectations, and he took that moment and he voiced his frustration with a player that did not have a good game tonight.
Roommates Pod, put this up on Picture Me Scrolling. We need a reaction from Josh Hart on what this was about. And then have Tibbs call in on Jalen's phone and break this whole thing down for us, what this was about. Because Tibbs is seeing, he said, you know what? Oh, the Minutes police got a one-up on me with the whole Mikal Bridges thing. They took this thing all the way up to worst take. You know what I'm saying? So he was feeling like his back was against the wall. So KnicksFanTV had to clap back. He went to Josh and said, yo, listen, man, all y'all complaining. We in here, winnable game. Y'all all playing soft, except for Karl Anthony Towns and the dog OG. I need you, Josh Hart. You're my Swiss Army knife. I need you to get it popping right now with the captain. He's out, mending his ankle. You out here bumming it up. I need you. Like we a month away. We're already a month away from the playoffs. I need you back, man. You got to lock in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, any lip reading. The only thing I was able to decipher there is every effing time.
Oh, yeah.
From the coach. So I'm like, every effing time what? Are Tibbs, are you saying every effing time that Josh Hart gets beat back door?
Yeah, right.
Are you saying
that's what I was
every
thinking.
Effing time that you draw a play and maybe Josh Hart throws it to fifth row Mo? Like, who does he throw it to? You can count on 2 to 3 dumbass passes from Josh Hart every game.
Yo.
You can count on it.
Tibbs.
So I'm like, is that what you're saying when you're saying every time, coach? Because it's something that's frustrating the coach. Because one thing in his whole exchange that I was able to read clearly is the coach
every
saying,
time.
Every bleeping time.
Every F-bomb time. Every family show time.
And the frustrating thing with Josh Hart in these big games, again, just like Precious, with these high IQ coaches, high IQ teams, you saw it against Boston, he's getting neutralized easily.
Easily.
That's a concern if you're a New York Knicks fan.
Yeah.
If you're the head coach, because we talk about when it comes big picture, grand scheme of things, is Josh Hart a starter when this team is a true championship team? I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I do know is when we're playing some of these top level coach teams, the elites of the elites, he is getting neutralized easily.
Yeah.
He's making too many mistakes. He's not disciplined enough. And his lack of attention to detail, he has a reputation of being a very good defender, but I don't think it gets talked about enough. in these games, he's not as strong defensively as his reputation says. He's not as attention to detail as his reputation says. And I do think he is a low key one of the reasons why in these transition defense, these transition miscommunications, the team seems to be lost on who has who.
Every time. You can't blame JD. You can't blame JB. JB's at home.
He's not here.
He ain't here. And they do it again and again and again tonight. Same thing, bro. Transition breakdowns. Nobody tagging each other. Miscommunication seemed like between Josh and OG on a lot of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You saw that one. I think it was OG was the culprit, but you just don't know what type of scheme they play in transition defense, because sometimes teams play man to man. They just go back to guarding who you have throughout the game. Sometimes other schemes allow you to pick up who's closest to you. So if we're in chaos and transition, just pick up the closest guy to you. Everyone pick their man up as you go along on transition defense. It seems like the Knicks don't know what their scheme is. They don't know what their assignment is. Too many times in transition defense,
all year,
we're allowing wide open looks, man. And it's just not good.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. Mm-hmm. Props to Tibbs on that, CP.
Yeah.
I'm not so much Tibbs fan TV as you are.
Yeah.
You and Alex.
I'm with the coach in lockstep.
But
we need our guy ready for the playoffs, man.
For this moment, for that isolated incident, I give props to the coach. He had enough of Josh Hart. Shout out to you, coach, for doing that.
It's time to lock in, man. You know, put the podcast down and all that. Picture me scroll. It's time to lock in, man. We got the captain trying to get ready. He's on the men, and we need Hart. See, Tibbs understands that. So he's in his Phil Jackson mode right now. We're trying to channel that to Hart. We need you to lock in. Underdog Fantasy is the place to play if you're a fan looking to cash in on some of your favorite athletes' performances. Available in over 30 states, including New York, California, and Texas. Just call your shot on higher or lower on 2 or more player stats for your chance to win real money. Use our promo code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. So download the Underdog Fantasy app today and turn every bucket into a W. Let's go to the Rhyme Animal. Chuck D in the building. Chuck, how you feeling, man?
I'm still pissed, but
yeah, me too, man.
I mean, listen, we came out of the West 2-3. I didn't think we was gonna do 2-3 right away. I thought it could have been 0-5 or 1-4. So that's the bright side. If somebody looked on the paper, they say, "Damn, they only lost by 3." You know, I saw. Listen, the old school way when you saw a coach go at a player or a band leader go at his band, Tibbs used Josh as a vehicle. Yeah, he was pissed at Josh not showing up, but I think it's also a message like, let anybody else out here, FAFO. And I think that was the message he was telling everybody. Because if you think it's going to be tight now, we going down to crunch time. And I got to ask you and JD, have we been 42-23 any time in the past 10 to 20 years that y'all know of? I think this is the best that we've been since the 90s, 42-23. So all that talk like, he's losing the locker room, he might be fired, he might be out, and we 42-23. I mean, we're doing a lot of predicting. Like, everybody got a crystal ball. They Copernicus. What's that other great predictor? Nostradamus. And all that.
Right.
We're going to exit the first round. I'm like, slow your roll a little bit. This is a big pressure cooker.
This is pressure cooker time, man. Knicks fans not used to this, OG. We've been in the dark ages for 20 years.
Now listen. If we 0-2 in the first round in the playoffs, then we can start talking about, we can't start like, I saw it unravel when we was in game 26 and I saw this coming. We got to get to those points yet. And so I think when the playoff comes and we go through that first 2 games, then I think a lot of the talk might be legitimate. He's lost the locker room. We know we ain't got the bench. Who knows? That bench communication might pick up with the intensity and all gel together 2 weeks later. We can't make the predictions right now. We treating this like we treating it like the 5 draft picks that that we got for Mikal Bridges is going to be, Wimby and everybody. We had no idea none of this future in front of us than right now. And that's why I'm pissed tonight because I thought we had it. But when you look at it, we lost again to a team that executed well down the stretch, and we just didn't. We don't know each other like that. And we can't go in the past and what this would have happened if Ragu was here, or this would have happened if Randall was here. We can't get into ifs. Right now, it's what we got. We know that there's some players that seem like they did ayahuasca last night in San Francisco and hate Asbury with the hippies and whatnot. They didn't show up, but we 2-3. Hopefully, we had an attitude going to Miami, and then we just gotta wait and see. They just gotta get the effort. So, bottom line, I just think when you saw Tibbs yelling at Hart, it wasn't just Hart he was yelling at. He used Hart as a vehicle. That's an old school tactic. And at the end of the game, yeah, they was all chummy, and I saw PJ and he's hugged up with Draymond. So I said that's the end of somebody coming in the game that was gonna
Mhm.
low body block somebody on Draymond.
Yeah,
Draymond is the epitome of what the way that Josh Hart plays. Draymond is the master of the Josh Hart style.
facts.
So I think we got what we got. We are who we are, and I feel better since this is what KFTV is about. I feel better since joining the chat and hearing everybody else. Give their spiel on it, and here we go forward, man. Let's enjoy the experience. And hey, I think we could be a surprise still, and to be a surprise and be a 50 or 48, like KG say, a 48-win team and still be a surprise. I'm open for that.
There you go, man. So to the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D.
Yeah,
We were all tight,
peace.
man. I was tight, man.
I'm
I was
tight.
tight, man. I was tight, man. Throw some hashtag PE in the chat to salute the legend in here, man. I was definitely tight. All right, JD, let's get to the key stats of the night. As you said, man, 43%, Knicks shoot 43% from the field, shoot 37.5% from downtown. Conversely, the Dubs shoot 39.8% from the field and shoot 31% from downtown. Still able to win this game. Knicks only missed 2 free throws, 84.6% from the charity stripe. They won the rebounding battle 49-45. Assist battle, they lost 20-25. They lost that one. But this was, to me, was a major deal. And this started from the beginning of the game, and it got him in the end of the game. 13 Knick turnovers led to 19 Golden State points. And I think part of the ineffectiveness of guys like a Precious and a Hart was their inability to get out in transition. 11 Golden State turnovers led to only 8 Knick points. The Knicks also lost the fast break battle 15-9. They won the points in the paint battle 48-38. Largest lead of the night for the Knicks was 5, and for the Dubs was 9 going into the fourth quarter.
And going into your motto tonight of you're tight, you're upset, and then you look at down these stats, and you should be more upset when you look at the fact that the Knicks shot 43%. The Knicks were able to get 3 more shot attempts, 86 attempts, to the Warriors 83, and yet they shot 43% overall to the Warriors 39. The Knicks shot 37.5, almost 38% from 3 to the Warriors 31% from 3. They shot better efficiency from the free throw line. They out-rebounded the Warriors. I mean, they out-offensive rebounded the Warriors. Total rebounds, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. I mean, more blocks. All around, the Knicks dominated the stats. And when I look at one specific stat, I look at the fact that they shot 37% from 3, almost 38% to the Warriors 31. However, this is where sometimes the numbers can be a little skewed. They shot better efficiently. However, that's because the Warriors shot 41 three-point attempts. They made 13. The Knicks made 9. So the Knicks were more efficient, but they were 9 of 24. 24 three-point attempts in a 48-minute game versus the Warriors, who shot 41. The inability to shoot or create a few more three-point attempts might have been the difference in tonight. I look at that right there where the Knicks didn't shoot enough 3-point shots. Maybe from 24, maybe they shoot 33s. The Knicks are up in this ball game. So to me, it's the inability of shooting enough threes. We've seen it a lot of times this season where they're more efficient than the other team, CP, but they don't shoot enough threes. That has been one of the disappointments of the Knicks this season. And tonight, that's one of the stats that I'm looking at for stat of the night.